I am not a neat, organized, outline everything in advance
Mm,
kind of writer. I never
mhm.
have, it, because for me, half the fun, more than half the fun, is telling myself the story. And there are times when I don't know what's going to happen next. And
Okay, so I used to say I was a pantser, and then I realized I was lying through my teeth. I actually am a very general plotter. I have road signs. I know that this has got to happen, this has got to happen, and this has got to happen. And then I got to figure out how to get to those points. So I'm cross between the two. And I will find that if I have missed something when I am plotting the story, if there's something, some point in the arc that I have not hit correctly, I have to stop and I have to go back and I have to replot. I am not a nice, neat writer. I will write in order, but I self edit as I go. So there'll be a lot of cuts in between and things that I'll have to move around. And then I'm like, okay, that's got to happen over here. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
I wish there was a neater answer, but there's not.
The shorter answer to that might be how has it not evolved? I feel like every part of my writing has evolved since I
Yeah.
started that first book. I wrote that first book completely from what they call a pantser. I knew nothing about plotting. I just started writing and I just kept writing and kept writing. I had no idea where it was going. I didn't know what I was doing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And to where I'm at now, and I think every book that I've written, I have drafted it in a different way because I'm
Mhm.
constantly trying new things, learning new techniques, and so I think it's evolved a lot.
I started completely as a pantser in that first book that I'm writing. So I've really come to the point where I'm more of a planter. I know people who have scene cards and
Yeah.
they have all of this, a complete outline, and I'm not that type of person. Mainly because I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I tried it twice, and with two different books, it didn't stick
Mm.
because as I'm going along, um, and I think a lot of writers find this out, what you put down in that outline, you don't end up sticking to. And so I end up, okay, these are my characters. This is what, these are the things I want to happen.
Mhm.
I used to be a panther, and then
Mm.
I realized I had no idea what the heck I was doing, and it was going to tank my career if I kept on going that way. So I
Mm.
became a plotter, a meticulous plotter, and I haven't looked back since because I think it's so, so helpful if you sort of granularly attack a narrative arc and
Yeah.
understand all the moving pieces that you can fit those expectations.
Demystifying intricately plotted mysteries. That's Sherry's class. And I have notes on it. But also part of my writing process. If we want to talk about writing processes and how not to get writer's block and things like that. Anyway, notebooks. But I go back and I redo this exercise every time I plot a new book. And it cracks open my brain like a
Yeah.
wall.
That's a good question. I am definitely a plotter. I used to be a total pantser,
Yeah.
and it didn't work well for me because I would get to about the midpoint in every story and then go, I don't
Yeah.
know where to go with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Even if I had an idea of what the climax was going to be and how I wanted to wrap it up, I would just write myself into a corner and then I would stop because I didn't know what to do with it. And then I was coaching other people and I'm like, you have to have a map. You have to have a roadmap. You have to know where you're going. Even if you don't plot every single point out.
I'm definitely a pantser, but as I learn more about writing and story structure, as I've gone on, I have started becoming a planter where I'll write a little bit and I'll try to plot out some things that I think are important in my book. And so, yeah, I write a little, plot a little, kind of go back and forth.
We plot them. We used to go twice a year. We would go to a location off site just to get us out of our environments. And we would just plot for probably 3 or 4 days. We'd be together working on just plotting, and we would take turns. We would round robin it. We'd do Tracy's book, Kelsey's book, my book. And then as you're writing them, things change. But it was great. Just we had such a great chemistry that
just bouncing ideas off of each other was so fun.
Learning how to structure a story and then letting the characters tell the story. That's how I write. I sit at the computer and I just wait. So please start talking because I'm a pantser. I can't structure and outline the story very well. I just let the characters move it forward. And
Yeah.
they've always been good characters.